As promised, we're back again with Anja Bakken to talk more about multimodal texts. Anja, you brought an example with you today. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, but before I do that, I say something about, what a text is, and that all texts are in fact multimodal. So even though we have a print text that only uses letters and words, there are also other modes involved or other semiotic resources or signs. In a recipe, which is what I brought today, we have, for instance, space in between that carries meaning. So the text is organized in a particular way, for instance, with a title, with bullet points, and we understand that what is listed with the bullet points, that's important information, and you shouldn't, should remember all of the ingredients.
That's right, and you see them, you know from prior knowledge that ingredients are often listed that way.
Exactly, and you can take this to the shop and buy it, or check your cupboard if you got it, that you make sure that you got it. And also you have a section in that text where you have numbers, you have a list of things to do, and they are structured, chronologically, so that you do the first thing first and the second thing second. So you can see how you can move around the kitchen, and first you do what it says,
like number one, put 100 grams of plain flour.
Exactly. And so you do that first, and then you do the other. Now, this text works, only from, with using words. But in addition, you can sometimes have pictures. And in this case, we have a picture at the bottom. And this picture tells us how the pancakes are going to look once they are finished, hopefully, yes.
Yeah.
So, and that tells us that those different modes and different semiotic resources, they fulfill different functions. So the verbal print text, it tells you what to do, and the picture tells you how it's going to look, or shows you how it's going to look. So they tell and show.
And you brought a picture book too that gives us a little example of how things show and tell. Can you just show that to us quickly, because it's interesting to see how text and pictures work together in other formats.
Exactly. This is a picture book about a little dog, and he thinks his name is No. So for those who'd like to find out what his real name is, you can read the book. But what this demonstrates is that you have a print text, and that print text tells us what the dog thinks. And then you have the picture, and that picture shows you what he does. And in this case, it's not the same. So the print text and the images, they contradict each other.
So sometimes in a multimodal text, everything fits together to give you a bigger picture of the same thing. And in other multimodal texts, the pictures and the words might tell different stories.
They do, and that's what makes this book quite exciting.
What a fun, very interesting. Thank you so much for your time, and I think we'll all begin to look at texts in a different way.
Thank you.
Thank you.